Congressman, we begin with you here on this next question. You continue to deny that the Federal Life at Conception Act, which you sponsor, is a personhood bill to end abortion, and we are not going to debate that here tonight because it's a fact. Your co-sponsors say so, your opponents say so, and independent fact-checkers say so. So let's instead talk about what this entire episode may say about your judgment more broadly. It would seem that a charitable interpretation would be that you have a difficult time admitting when you're wrong, and a less charitable interpretation is that you're not telling us the truth. Which is it?
I think, again, I do not support the Personhood Amendment. The bill that you're referring to is simply a statement that I support life. But let me just repeat the words of Senator Udall.
Why does no one else think that? That's what we're getting at.
Again, I have answered this question multiple times.
I'm aware of that.
If you look at what the Denver Post said, the Denver Post has called Senator Udall's campaign on these issues, because he's a social issues warrior, obnoxious, focused on one single issue. The fact is, the people of Colorado deserve better. They deserve than a single issue that Senator Udall is attempting to give them.
And believe you me, we're going to talk about that. But what I'm asking you about here is what appears to be the willing suspension of the facts. People who agree with you on the issue of life think you're wrong about how you're describing the bill. Everybody seems to have a cohesive idea of what this is, with the exception of you, and I'm just wondering, what should voters glean from that?
There are people who agree with my opinion on life. There are people who don't. I support life. I voted for exceptions, but the fact is the bill that you were talking about is simply a statement that I support life. Now, again, I've answered this question multiple times, but I'll repeat the words of Senator Udall, who said when he changed his position on the issue of gay marriage, that a good faith change of position should be considered a virtue, not a vice. Now, that's not my words. Those are the words from Senator Udall.
And you remain on the bill, and the idea of personhood is conferring rights of normal human beings on the unborn. I mean, that's what the bill says.
Again, I believe I support life. And that's a statement that I support life. But the fact is, the people of Colorado deserve more than a single issue that Senator Udall has campaigned about. The Denver Post has said that his campaign has been based on fear, trying to invoke fear instead of inspiring hope for the future of this country. That's what we ought to talk about.
Okay.